Hey, and we're live, so no one's here yet, but it is Sunday, April 19th, 1920. 2020. And it is my 50th birthday, so I'm here with Jay. And I figured,
birthday,
thank you very much. This is a very impromptu, very last moment thing. I figured I'd ask Jay if he wanted to just hang for a moment and do maybe an hour and then bullshit about nothing. Hey, Chad. Hey, Vinny. Thank you, Chad. Thank you. Football Legends. Nothing's going on. It's my birthday, my 50th birthday. And I figured we'd just go on and say hello. Hey, Sean. Hey, John. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Hey, Joseph. Thank you very much. That's exactly what this is. It's just a little birthday get-together since we're all in quarantine. And I figured, well, why not? We'll go on for about an hour and see who shows up and just make the best of it.
Just shoot the shit.
Yeah. Brandy's here, roaming through my garbage. I don't know how to get those. I don't get why they do that, but they do. And I all day played this guitar. I probably played guitar today for about 7 hours, and I just played this guitar. It's great. It's great.
Sounds good.
Yeah, not bad for a single coil with no Floyd. Hey, Frank and Riley. Yes, Frank Corcoran with the pizza. That's what I had for dinner. In fact, we both had pizza for dinner.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
It was good.
Pretty amazing. Joseph says he's about halfway through last night's video. Last night was a lot of fun.
So you're like 2.5 hours in then, huh?
Yeah. Pretty crazy. Crazy.
I lost for anybody that watched last night's show, the Johnny Bean. Well, actually, it's the Saturday Night Live, but I was on for a bit, and I wanted to go make Dave a birthday drink that I could enjoy. Mm-hmm. And as I was down there, Killian woke up, so my wife asked me to make a bottle. I did that. I told Johnny, "Hey, I'll be back in a few. Just going to give Killian a bottle." And next thing you know, hey, move your feet, lose your seat, right? Uh-huh. So I sat on the sidelines for a few hours, and then I was back for probably about the last hour and a half or so, right?
Yeah.
But it was good. It was good, man. The whole time, like even when I wasn't in here, I was watching, and the show was super entertaining. So if anybody hasn't watched last night's show, when Dave and I are done tonight, go watch it because it's really, really good.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I know it was super late. Saturday night's late no matter what.
Yeah.
I was in a great mood. I wasn't exhausted. And it just, it felt like the whole show it was a barrel of laughs.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Fruitcake Tony, how are you?
That's all we got for you tonight.
What's that?
No, I was gonna say, so that's all we got for you, folks.
That's it. Yeah. Good night. No, I just, I figured that, I'd do a little playing, talk to Jay about some stuff, which really nothing really. Let you all know that this Thursday night on NEZ Says I have Liquid Charlie is on. Sorry, my mind went blank for a second. I have Liquid Charlie this Thursday, so it'll be a great time. And I've got guests, I think, for the next 4 or 5 weeks. I've got some pretty cool guests. But Charlie will be a great time. Hey, Terry, how you doing? Hey, Mike Neese.
So that guitar in your hands, Dave.
Yes.
Have you posted any pictures of that one?
No, not yet.
Because I know that from the streaming right now, it's not doing it any justice. I want to see what that guitar really looks like with decent lighting and.
How about that? Is that any better?
That's super cool, man.
Look at all the relic fretware it's crazy.
Yeah. That is awesome, man.
Yeah. I'm really, really digging this guitar. Oops.
It's your birthday. You can do anything you want today.
Yeah, why not? Why the hell not? I mean, it's a black Strat. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a black Strat. It's just, you know, it's cool. Black and pink paisley.
You know, when you see a guitar like that, you know, when Eddie did his, you know, I don't want to make this about Van Halen again, but it just, when I see that, it makes me think of something that I thought Eddie should have done, or maybe he will do it eventually, but you know, his relic, his white Wolfgang that is relict, and it's like, you know, there was a black one on it. It's like painted over type of thing. Like,
yeah, sure. Yeah.
How awesome would it be for him to do one like that that's painted over a striped guitar? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be very cool. That would be very cool. I think he should have thought of that already. You would think he would have thought of that.
Well, maybe it's on, you know, on tabs or something coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? That would be super cool. That's one of those ones that people would be, you know, I think, freaking out about.
Yeah. Fruitcake Tony has a question for you.
Jay, what do you do for lighting there in that room? You have better lighting than any other live streamer out there. What? Well, I'll tell you what. I have this little. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that. I have this little LED clip-on light that, I mean, it's not that bad without it either. Look at that.
No, that light makes it a lot better.
Yeah, it's just
really
more focused, you know, like it makes you kind of, I guess, stick out from the, I should do like this, you know, the old, you know, the flashlight.
Yeah, sure. Right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty
But no,
cool.
it was like $12 on Amazon. I've been meaning to get one. It's a tripod, and I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but on Amazon they have them. There's a tripod. It's like this type of thing, but it's a little bigger. It's like a 12-inch or 15-inch diameter light, same type of thing. And I almost think it comes with a holder for like you can order one that has like a holder for an iPad or an iPhone.
Yeah.
You can like stream with it. And it's like, I've been meaning to get one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, that's it, man. Just a little tiny light like that. I think it just helps, you know.
Mm-hmm. Terry Himes, yes, I did have my pizza today, my birthday pizza. And hi, Stefan, how are you? Hi, Michael James, thank you. Frank Corcoran, it is NEZ Says, except today is not NEZ Says.
No,
it's NEZ and Jay Say. Dry Heat 480's here. Good evening, gentlemen. Dave Nesdall and 708. Hope all is well. Yes, all is well here.
mm-hmm.
Just hanging out on my birthday with a good friend, and all you friends, all you good friends. Thanks for all 19 of you. I don't think all 19 of you has said hello. So if you haven't said hello yet, say hello so I know you're here. Please.
I'll say hello.
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 So yeah, I've been playing this Strat probably 7 hours today, and Brendan B Squared is here. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, it's just been so much fun to get back to basics and play something that's hard to play, because these guitars are not easy to play. Strats are not forgiving at all. They're just not a forgiving guitar. They give you a little bit of resistance, more resistance than any humbucker guitar. It's not easy to play without a Floyd either. But the sound you get out of them, they give you what you give it. And it's really a pleasure to play one of these things, especially when it's a master-built one that's handmade. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
cool. Jay, you'll play this. You'll play this when you come up here. You may not like it, but you'll play it and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's kind of, it's got its own thing happening.
Yeah, it's nice, Dave. Give me the 5150 back.
That was cool playing that on Friday night. I'll tell you that. You know, when all those people said, yeah, when Dave Lopez said play Eruption, and I was like, well, I don't know how to play Eruption, but I just did a little something.
I think I was out by then.
You may have been. Yeah, you had just left. You had just left, and Dave Lopez was like, when I said that I had built that guitar, they all freaked out over it. They were like, "My God, it looks like the real one," and it does. But they were like, so Lopez was like, "Play Eruption." It's like, I don't know how to play Eruption. I don't know how, but I'll do this, and I did what I did, and and it was cool. It was cool. Michael James says, Dave Nesdo, when are we going to get Jay to try an Ernie Ball EVH? I guess when he comes over here, because I think Jay is kind of done with anything Eddie Van Halen related guitar wise.
Well, I'm just back. I explained this to somebody the other day because they asked about the whole like, "Hey, you still playing your EVHs?" And I'm like, I was recording a solo for another project, and I was trying to use the Japanese Wolf behind me, and I needed a tremolo that went up and down. I had this idea in my head. I'm like, I can't get it with the trem that's just dives, So I'm like, let me just use my Ibanez for this part. And I grabbed the black and green Universe, and the second I put it in my hands, I'm like, ah, shit, man, it's just my guitar. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I know it.
I haven't really played six strings virtually at all, really, except for, when I got the Gem for Christmas. I played that for a bit too. I pick it up from time to time, but it's usually this is the one, man. And it's a 2019. And for some reason, it plays amazing. And it's crazy, but that's it's been my number one for a while now. Basically since I got it.
And it's a cool guitar. Very cool.
It is.
Hey, Jeannie says, thank you so much. She says, happy birthday. Fruitcake Tony asks a question. He says, is replacing strap buttons with eye bolts as easy as is? You just need to go very slowly so you make sure you don't crack any paint off. You can probably go right in the hole that you take the screw out of. You don't have to really drill a larger hole. Just go very, very slowly, and it should work.
But if you want to be super careful, though, like Steve Anderson said, because I guess he tried it at first with was it his 5150? He tried just screwing it right in, and it ended up cracking. So I guess now he uses I forget what size drill bit just to kind of, give it a little bit of room in there.
See, with me, if it's going on a Van Halen guitar, I don't care if it cracks the paint because all Eddie's guitars are they're beat up. They're all. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you want to put eye hooks on a guitar that really you want to keep pristine, then I suggest not even putting eye hooks in it because you're gonna start banging it around once you put that strap with those clamps on it. You're going to start scratching that whole area anyway. So I would suggest not doing it. Joseph D'Angelo says, definitely prefer 24 3/4 scale next, but 25.5 takes your playing in a different direction. Nice to change it up occasionally. And yeah, John Harden also says, put soap on the screw, which is absolutely the truth. You put any type of soap or, Dove or even a little bit of oil, and then you screw it in. It'll screw in nice and easy, unless you're screwing it into Northern Ash. Northern Ash is the hardest wood on the planet, and it is hard to screw anything into that. Dry Heat 480 says, not sounding disrespectful, but I'm looking forward to you losing that funk on your thumb so that we can go back to hearing you playing. Please don't take offense. I don't take offense. I don't know when this thing is going to fall off. It's not funk. It's dry gangrene. So I'm hoping that my thumb grows underneath it, because if it falls off before the thumb grows underneath it, then I will not have half a thumb.
Oh.
But I can hold a pick and I can play. So yes, I can hold a pick now, and I can play. I can't do artificial harmonics yet because every time I scrape the side of my thumb, it hurts like hell.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about pinch harmonics? Can you?
Can't do it. Can't do it anymore. Can't do it while this is on here. So it's I have to figure out another way to do it. Mm-hmm. Hey, Matthew Stewart, how you doing? Stephen Wilbur says, Dave, do you still have your Fire Strat. You mean the one that was burnt with the single hum? Yes, I have that. That's right here. Quentin James says, "Hey kids." Mike Nee says, "Love the sound of those pickups." Yes, me too. Especially that bridge pickup. The bridge pickup is just absolutely. It's got that thing. It's got that whole Bryan Adams sound thing to it, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Stefan, I love this guitar too. Yeah, Bryan Adams, Mike Neese. Yep, Brendan B. Squared's got it too. Fruitcake Tony says, "Grow your index fingernail out and use that as your pick." I do use my finger. I do use my finger as a pick a lot. I'm a little sloppy with it, but I do use my finger. And when I'm playing rhythm, I just use my hand a lot. I use my hand a lot. So
I use my hand a lot too. Oh, we're talking about guitar.
Yeah, you use it for other things though.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit, what kind of show is this?
John Harden says, "I feel you, Dave. I used to play with my fingers and had to stop due to skin disease. It's terrible." Brendan Butchie says, "Jay, when is the next Gizmachi song dropping? I can't wait. I can't get enough of it."
Wow, man. Well, I mean, the tricky thing is right now is, the music industry is basically at a halt. So our goal is right now is to get, a label to distribute it. And no labels are really doing any of that now because nobody's open. Nobody's doing that stuff. So we kind of have to wait it out until things kind of pick back up, to see if we can get a label to actually put it out for us. It's not like signing a record deal or anything like that. It's basically just to, because the album's paid for, it's finished. All they have to do is put it out and promote it a little bit. That's what we're looking for. But like I said, nobody's doing that right now. So we kind of have to wait it out. And we don't want to put out too much music before, because then a label will be like, "Wait a minute, you guys already put out like 4 or 5 songs?" So we just had to put out a teaser to let everybody know, okay, it's coming. But now it just sucks. Like the album is finished, ready to go, and then this happened, and it's slowing everything down. But hey,
are you going to get it all pressed and on a CD and everything? You're going to do all that stuff. The mastering did you get the mastering done yet?
Yeah, mastering's done.
Wow. So you have a physical CD?
No, just the files.
Mm-hmm.
The files. But like I said, it's just going to take a little time. Whenever the industry picks back up, things will be moving.
Mm-hmm.
So it just sucks because it's like we have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's so hard, because everybody in the band's like, "Man, we just want to keep putting stuff out."
Can I tell you my opinion on my opinion on the song that we all heard? I thought the middle section, the slow section, and I thought that you can hear that on the radio, like mainstream radio.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Would you ever think of putting a record of just that type of stuff out instead of it being really all heavy? Because I honestly think that you could do something with that. Because I don't think there's too much radio play for thrash metal and for heavy metal like that.
No, there's not, and I'm fine with that. To me, it's like if my main goal was to be on the radio and make money playing music, I wouldn't be playing the music that I play. You know what I mean? It's just, I like it. That's why I play it. It's not, I wouldn't be able to be in a band even if it was for making money. Obviously if it's like, if let's just say Taylor Swift called and be like, "Hey, we want you to be our rhythm guitar player." Of course I'm doing it. You know what I mean? But as far as like I hate to use this word because sometimes you sound like kind of a snob, but for my original music, like the integrity thing. Like, I don't want to write stuff and play stuff that I wrote or that my band wrote that I don't like. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of thing. And of course, I like melodic music, and I love that stuff. But I love the heavy, just ripping the shit out of the guitar when you're playing it, man. You know? And plus, dude, I'm 43 now. It's like I have no really like that side of me of like grinding to be in a touring band and sell records, all that stuff. It's gone. You know, it really is. Like, all I want to do is have people hear the album that's done. And so that's pretty much it, you know?
Right. Jason Wade says, hey, David Nesdall 708. Hey, guys, just noodling around and got the notification. Happy 50th birthday. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it.
So we're keeping Jason from playing guitar right now.
Well, he could play guitar while he looks at us.
So what do? Do you turn our volume down and just watch him play, or do you turn the amp volume down and listen and play? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fruitcake Tony, I did get your text, and I just saw the guitar. So yeah, very cool. Matthew Stewart says 708. What are your guitars tuned to in Gizmochi, and what size strings do you use?
Standard tuning, 7 strings, so it's B, low B string, and then E to E. Size gauge strings is 9 to 46 with a 56 is the low B. So it's like the blend, you know, half 10s, half 9s.
So you use a 56 as your B.
Yeah. So 46, 36, 26, 9, 11, 16, 26, 36, 46, 56. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to get them custom made. Well, not custom made, you know what I mean? Like, you can't get, basically I have to order this pack and then order a 56, because the 7-string sets, they don't have them with a 56. It's like either a 54 or a 58 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Rob L is here. Hey, Rob. He says, happy birthday, Dave. Question: do you think the days of popular or famous guitar heroes like in the 70s and 80s is over? No, I don't think it's over. Has it slowed down? Yes, it's slowed down. But I mean, there are guitar heroes today. I mean, Joe Bonamassa, John Mayer. As you may not like his music, but he's a guitar hero. He's a new guitar hero. Sammy Bowler. There's a lot of guitar players.
And you got the future coming, and guys like Cameron Brown and Josh Jones.
Yeah.
I think those two are gonna, I mean, obviously
Eric Steckel. Eric Steckel's amazing.
Yeah,
and
amazing.
he sings. They're all these guys. There's a resurgence of it. Is it going to be? Are you going to see the next Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, and Jeff Beck? I don't know. Who knows? Are you gonna? Is someone going to change guitar like Eddie Van Halen and Jimi Hendrix did?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But guitar is very alive, very alive.
And I think the turn of the decade is usually when things start to change, man. And I feel like, music has been on a down, like popular music, I should say, has been on a downswing since the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Where I know in the 80s electronic music really started to hit, but a lot of that stuff was very musical still, and very melodic. But when the 2000s hit, everything got really, just, I don't want to go into that. But I think now it's been so long, and I think a lot of people are getting bored, man. I think this might be the decade where things start changing more, and rock and roll starts coming back, man.
I agree. Rock and roll is definitely going to come back. It's making a comeback already. Listen, Bruce Kulick from Kiss, and not that I'm a big Kiss fan, because I'm not, but he is on Facebook every day with a video. He for a long time, you haven't heard from Bruce Kulick, but now he's doing videos, little short snippets of songs that he did when he was in Kiss, and I think that's cool as shit.
It is
stuff like that. These guys are all doing this. Larry Mitchell is on all the time. He's doing videos like 3 times a week. Tom Weber just texted me. Eddie Van Halen's guitar tech.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let's see what he has to say.
Read it before you read it.
I'm not reading it out loud. He just asked me to give him a call tomorrow. That's all.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, let me hit on the question before when Rob L says about popular famous guitar heroes like in the 70s and 80s. I don't think at the level it was at back then because, like you said, Dave, when Eddie hit the scene, it was like, holy shit. No one had ever heard anything like that, kind of changed the whole landscape. And I think now it's like it's so saturated and, virtually everything has been done. And I know everybody, guys sound different. They have different styles, but, I think it's like anything. Once things almost become the norm, it's hard to have that same type of impact on the mass population.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Scroll through Instagram, man. You see so many great guitarists.
Cameron Cooper's on all the time. I watch him play, and he's ridiculous. Yeah, Cameron Cooper, anyone named Cameron has got to be good.
What's funny about that, man? When Jeannie and I were thinking of a name for Killian, I actually thought about, I'm like, Jeannie, it seems like everybody that their name is Cameron is like a phenomenal guitarist. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it.
Tony says Josh Jones should go find Stephen Pearcy because Rat is looking for a guitar player. I think Josh might do some. I think Josh might be a good fit for that band. I think he could be. He would need to play a lot more rhythm guitar though, but he would be a good fit. Frank Corcoran says I've recently been using the Yamaha THR 100 head. It is amazing how far these type of amps have come. Also, running the amp into the computer is very cool. Yep, I agree. The funny thing is I'm using my THR 10X, and most guys that play this amp usually try to get the Van Halen sound and usually use the Van Halen sound in this amp, the brown 1 and the brown 2.
It's right there on the amp.
Right. Now, what I'm using it for is more of I do have those sounds in my amp, and I do use them when I'm trying to play like Van Halen. But when I'm not, like now, I turn the gain all the way down. I use I don't remember which setting it is, but I use one of the very light gain sounds, no gain, and I keep the EQ pretty much up the middle. Maybe I boost the treble a little bit. And then I use this Love Pedal Chula as my overdrive. So my amp sound is this. Just a little on breakup. The amp is just breaking up. So it kind of sounds like a small tweed amp. Then the first stage of my gain is this. And then my solo gain is this. So it's still not heavy gain, and it sounds like you're playing through an old small 20 watt little combo amp, and it sounds like like you can play Tom Petty with this, or play basically any type of top 40 sound, and it does that really, really well. It records it really well too, and it surprises me because for a little transistor amp, this thing does a lot of stuff. It's not just an 80s rock amp. It's not just a metal amp. It does everything, and it takes pedals amazingly. Can you gig with it? No, you absolutely cannot gig with it. But for reference guitar parts, hell, you can even record a record with this thing. I'm sure if you recorded a record with this amplifier, no one would know the difference. You could say I recorded it with a boogie, and people would believe you.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, man,
yeah.
I'm the same way, Dave. It's like ever since I got, because I started out with the smaller one, but then I got the THR 10X, and that's literally what I use when I'm playing in my room.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't plug into an amp anymore, unless a big amp, unless I really need to record something But if I'm like either demoing or just jamming or practicing, I'm using the Yamaha, man. It sounds awesome. I mean, the thing that makes it what it is obviously the stereo effects, like the stereo chorus and the delay. Like that really, it makes it bigger than what it is, or sound bigger than what it is.
Yeah.
I wonder how many of these we sold, because I know Cameron Cooper sold a shitload, but I know we've sold a bunch too, man. You're the reason I bought it. You told me.
Yeah. Santa Cruz 3600 says, "Happy birthday, Dave. What was the riff you played after the Bryan Adams riff?" Fuck, I don't remember. What the hell did I just play?
You played Bryan Adams, and then you.
I did 2 Bryan Adams songs, didn't I? I did. I did that, and then I did Run to You. And I don't remember what I played after that.
That might be my favorite Bryan Adams song.
Yeah. I mean this part too, and he capos too, and plays it in F sharp, but it's. Yep. That's just, who thinks of that? That's amazing.
Yep. Hey, Fender Guru, what's up, man?
Yeah, Fender Guru, what's going on? Let's see. Who else? What else is happening here? Do you have the chat up? The chat?
Yeah,
I guess you did, because you said hello, Fender Guru. Jason Way, your thoughts on the idea that there are 5 to 10 players out there that haven't been discovered for every single guitar hero of old, hence Instagram, YouTube, Facebook players. Yeah, I think my thoughts on it are exactly that. There are a lot of players out there that, YouTube, Instagram, that's how they're being discovered. And most everyone that does it, most of these guys are phenoms. They're phenoms. They're not just great players. They're phenoms.
Yep.
I mean, Cameron Brown. Let's just take him for instance. I don't think I've seen a player that good and that smooth and that knowledgeable in the last 10 years. I mean, he reminds me of what the hell's his name? Mr. Big.
Paul Gilbert.
Well, he reminds me of Paul Gilbert. Just his playing style reminds me. He is as clean. His picking is as clean as Paul Gilbert. As fast as Paul Gilbert. He's amazing. Guy's amazing. Cameron Cooper, the same thing. Andy Wood. Have you seen Andy Wood play?
Yeah.
The guy from the South?
Unreal.
Phenomenal.
I know.
Phenomenal. And all these guys, they don't have records out, or maybe they do, but I mean, it's not like 70s and 80s where all these guys were, flash records and superstars and getting free. These guys that are YouTubers are getting free guitars and free amps.
Yep.
It's
the power of social media, man.
Absolutely. And the power that they're good enough that people watch them and people want to buy instruments because of them.
Yeah.
And that's, it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. For Santa Cruz, I love Aldo Nova. Absolutely love Aldo Nova, but no, that was not an Aldo Nova song. Are you thinking of Fantasy? Yeah, and I think it's the same chord progression as Fantasy, but maybe in a different key. John Harden says Andy Wood is killer. Yeah, killer. Ben Tom, Dave Nesdall, did you see the Pete Thorne wished me a happy birthday today on his Facebook posting? Yes, I did. I did see that, and I'm hoping to do more with Pete Thorne in the near future. Hopefully,
I wasn't expecting that.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, he wished me a happy birthday.
That's awesome, man.
And I have to thank Ben Coombs for that, because Ben told him it was my birthday and he wished me a happy birthday. That's
very cool. One thing I'll say about the the difference between like nowadays and the 70s and 80s and stuff like that is, and this isn't taking anything away from anybody, but now like you could get a huge following, get all these endorsements, and literally be considered like a modern day guitar hero just by being a great player, and not having any music out, right? Whereas back then, you had to basically be, you know, in a band with music out, albums out,
and you had to be good looking, thin, handsome, and young.
Yeah. But I think that's one of the huge differences too. Is now it's like there's so many phenomenal, like you said, the phenom thing too. It's like amazing players. But like I said, back in the day, you had to actually have that catalog, you know, the music, the songs behind you.
Right. Yes, you had to have those hits. Quentin James says he's looking for a super strat with a floating Floyd. Anyone ever play the Schecter Super Shredder 3? I believe my buddy Alex King has one or two of those. They're the American Custom Shop ones, correct, Quentin? If they are, I've played a couple of those, and they're ridiculous. They're great guitars. They're super strats with Floyds, floating Floyds. Schecter USA makes some amazing guitars.
Are those the ones that somebody posted a picture of some Schecters today? They were all different colors, like a red one, blue one, black one, but they had like cool finishes. It wasn't just solid color.
They could be, those could be some of them, but my friend Alex has one that's painted like he has one painted, I believe, in Army camouflage or Air Force camouflage, and then he has one painted like a World War II airplane, which is very cool. They're incredible guitars. They're just great super strats. Oh no, he says no. They're $800, probably an import. I have not played any of those. I apologize. My nose is not in the air. I just have not played one.
Where the hell did I see that post, man? Was it on Twitter? I got to show you these things because they looked really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell did I see it?
Jason Wade says 708. Text me your janitor tag, bro. It says Warzone.
The gamer tag.
Oh, I don't know what that.
I'm not playing that.
Oh, gamer tag. I guess he's misspelled it.
Warzone, is that the new Call of Duty or something? I'm not playing that. I'm playing Doom, and I'll be playing Predator next week instead of playing guitar. If I find that picture later, I'll send it to you.
Oh, okay, sure. Santa Cruz 3600 says, yeah, Dave, I was just watching some early Aldo Nova videos. I used to play with a guitar player from Aldo's band. His name was Kevin Carlson, R.I.P. Oh, rest in peace, Kevin. Fenegura says, that's right. Back then didn't help Caleb, but social media, i.e. the Johnny Bean Show, helped assert him as a player. Well, it does help Caleb that he is a fantastic player. Plus, he's got the niche of sounding like Eddie Van Halen. When you close your eyes, not always, but most of the time, Caleb has that thing that Eddie has. There's a certain time where Caleb has his own thing where you can tell that it's not Eddie playing, that it is Caleb, because he's got his own thing, but he can mimic Eddie pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Rob L says, do you guys record at home? I use Pro Tools. How about you? I use my iPhone when I record because I'm really not computer literate. It's unfortunate because I'd like to be more assertive with recording at home. And I think in the very near future, I'm going to have to be, because I've got some things coming up where I'm going to have to do some recording, and I won't be able to just do it on my iPhone. But and I'm not really ready to talk about it just yet.
That's my
bring it closer.
Focus.
There it is.
There's the Pro Tools IO interface, and there's some other stuff.
Very nice.
But I just snapped that right next to me. I didn't feel like moving the camera. Yeah, I use Pro Tools and record and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I like Joseph D'Angelo's comment. He says, "I'm 58. To me, when music is quantized, it loses its excitement. Still like to play, record with live drums."
I do too. And I love when music breathes a little bit. So, nothing. Music should not be perfect.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. I mean, your performances should be perfect, but music is not a perfect science, and it should breathe a little bit. So if not necessarily drop a beat or anything, because you don't want to drop a beat. But if things have little, little fidurglers in them, I call them fidurglers. But you kind of flub a note here, maybe, or you mishit or something in the music that if you catch it, you usually don't catch it, but if you do, it's like, that guy's human.
The human aspect, yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Van Halen song, Feel Your Love Tonight. Just after the solo, when they do the a cappella and Eddie comes back in, the first time they come back in, Eddie fucks up and goes a half step sharp. He goes this. Does that. And you can hear it. And every time I hear that song, it makes me smile. And I'm sure you never heard it, but now you got to go listen to it.
Now I'm going to listen to it. I got to go.
You're going to be like, holy shit, they left that? They left it because the vibe of the song was great. And that was the only thing. And that's exactly the fuck of it. It was, that was there, just like that. And you can barely hear it, but it's there.
Wow, that's awesome. Well,
and you don't need cans to do it. You can hear it live. And
Michael Anthony said, on I think he was up with Eddie Trunk or something. This is a couple of years ago. He said that he's like every record that I was on with Van Halen, he's like, there's screw ups on every album. And then Eddie Trunk was like, well, give us an example. And Michael's like, no, I'm not telling you where they are.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's the thing with the whole quantized thing. Like the heavier music gets, think of a lot of the modern day metal, it has to be somewhat tight because there is a lot of syncopation, with a kick drum and, playing the same patterns as the guitar. So that stuff has to be pretty tight. But I hate when a drummer's playing as the fill and it sounds perfectly it sounds like a drum machine. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that drives me nuts,
Yeah. I mean, Neil Peart, God rest his soul, even he sounded like a human, Yeah. Was he pretty perfect? He was pretty perfect and probably a perfect drummer, but he had human aspects to him. It as perfect as it was, there was humanality to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I forget what song it's on. Is it something off of Test for Echo or something where after one of the choruses, he goes to the ride or the hi-hat and he's supposed to go to the ride. It's one of those things. And you can tell he plays it. He's like, then he goes right back and you're like, oh, he played that part on the wrong cymbal,
Well, I'll go one further. And I said this on my show Thursday night with Russell Javers. There's a Billy Joel song called Matter of Trust.
Mm-hmm, great song.
And Liberty DeVito, which he's one of the best drummers on the planet. He drops a beat and they left it. It's coming out of a bridge into the chorus. And he drops a beat and it's blatant. And no one, it's funny because when I said to Russell, he says, he did. I have to go back and listen to that. I said, every time I watch that video, I used to laugh at that second because it's blatant. He just drops a beat. And it's like, wow, it's crazy. So, even celebrities, no one's perfect.
No. And I think, nowadays it's so easy to fix things where it's almost used as a crutch. And me and Johnny have talked about it before, Dave, where back in the day when everything was recorded to tape, bands had to go into the studio knowing their songs front to back, sideways. Yeah. You couldn't go into a studio not knowing your material.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, you can basically play every part separate, tie it all together. Oh, I messed up this one note in the solo. Okay, let's punch it in.
Punch it in. You don't have to punch it in. You can find it later on in the song, grab it and pull it out and put it back where there.
Yes,
that is.
I have done that on projects, and I'm guilty of it. But I mean, it's just, I think it's become almost like acceptable that like you don't have to really know your material inside and out because you're able to fix so many things.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Fruitcake Tony says, I can't imagine hearing DOA off of VH2 with perfect timing. Yeah.
The human swing, man. The human swing.
Yeah. And it's great. It can be great.
And also it's sometimes, you'll hear a band speed up a little. Usually it's obviously the drummer, but I think some of that stuff adds like that human energy of like that adrenaline, I mean, obviously playing something too fast is a problem, but every once in a while, going into a chorus or something, just that couple extra BPM for a couple of seconds and it dies back down, that adds energy to a song.
It does. Yeah. Papa Blue says, Dave and Jay, what do you think of recording with the Tascam 2488? How does it compare to something like Pro Tools? I'm not the guy to ask. I'm sorry.
Shit, man. The last Tascam I used, I was probably, oh my God, man.
15?
No, this was before I got Pro Tools, so probably like 2002 or something like that. But I mean, nowadays, like Pro Tools to me, it's awesome because basically nowadays it's like unlimited tracks. I wouldn't be able to live without it at this point. Mm-hmm. I'm not really the person to ask either because I haven't recorded with a Tascam in so long. And I think it was only like a 16 track or something that I had. But it's been a while.
We'll have to look into it. So anyway, we're almost done with this. We got about 10 more minutes to go. We're just going to do about an hour tonight. Again, I just wanted to get on and just have a little bit of a birthday hang. And I wanted to thank everyone that wished me a happy birthday today on all social media. And hang out with my buddy Jay. We haven't done this really. So, and I know he's very busy. He's got a lot to do tonight, so I don't want to keep him too long. And I certainly don't want to keep Desiree waiting for me. She's been really like slaving over me all day, which is really cool. We do that for each other. On our birthdays, we make sure the person who has the birthday wants for nothing. So she has been, taking care of me hand over foot, which is very cool.
Dave, come to bed.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's 9:30.
Well, I have dialysis in the morning, so if we're gonna hang out at all tonight, it's got to be early. And
I thought you were only gonna do an hour. Let's do an hour in here.
Oh Lord. Quentin James says, wasn't Sgt. Pepper's only 8 tracks? Yep, it was. And they did a lot with 8 tracks.
Here's the thing too, and a lot of it is like nowadays, and this is the comparison thing again. Now you have basically unlimited tracks. So you can have like 10 backing vocals all on separate tracks. Back then, you couldn't do that. If you wanted to, let's just say you had your drums on X amount of tracks, guitar tracks, bass track, vocal tracks. If you wanted to add more stuff, you had to bounce stuff down to other tracks. So you'd always save like a couple tracks just in case. So let's just say there's 8 backing vocals. Well, let's put those 8 backing vocals down to 2 tracks, a stereo
2 tracks.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so you free up space that way. That's why when you listen to, is it Foolin' from Def Leppard, the rock band or the Guitar Hero stems came out, for that. Mm-hmm. So on the main vocal track, there's keyboards in there for the one of the choruses. And I'm like, that's weird. But then you think about it, like, well, of course there is, because you're only recording on 24 tracks. They had to make room. So they bounced the keyboards and the vocals together to save room or make room for more tracks. So that's what you had to make, like executive decisions back then. Nowadays, you ain't got to do shit. You can leave all those on separate tracks, and it's amazing.
Rob L says, I believe Dr. Feelgood was recorded with first iteration of Pro Tools in 1989. I didn't know that.
I have no idea if that's the case. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if that is.
Yeah.
But I mean, the whole 8 tracks thing, like nowadays, the Gizmochi drums, how many tracks did we use? There's like 19 drum tracks that we use. We mic'd we had the 2 overheads, obviously, 2 room mics, so that's 4. Top and bottom snare, actually 2 top snare mics, so 3 snare mics together. A hi-hat, 4 toms, a China, an ozone mic for the left crash cymbal, a stack, which is like the Spock thing, you know, like a splash and a China like on top of each other.
It's not China, it's China.
China. So
China.
That's what I'm saying. It was, and then the kick drum, obviously. We had, I think it was like 19 or 20 tracks just for the drums alone. I mean, you couldn't do that shit back then.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, a lot of the drums you hear back then, like with like Led Zeppelin, what were like 4 tracks or something? You know? Kick, snare, room, you know, or overheads. Like, you had to really, really know what you were doing back then, because what you were recording, that was virtually the way everything was going to sound in the final product. And now you can manipulate so much stuff, man. Trigger things, reamp guitars. Like, that guitar tone's not really cutting it. Let's reamp it. Back then, if you recorded something and you don't like the sound of it, you're stuck with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Jason Wade says, good to see you guys again. Not on YouTube as much anymore. Just doing other things is all, but I got to head out for the night. Stay safe out there. You too.
You too, Jason. It's good seeing you, man.
6-string Brian asks if this is a 56 Strat. No, this is a 69. Big headstock. It's master built by Jason Smith, custom shop. Roasted body, roasted neck. It's black over pink paisley. They did paisley in 68 and 69. So that's why it's black over pink paisley.
Yeah, that really is that's what I'm saying. The whole, like, you know, if Eddie came out with one painted over top of a striped guitar, that would be super awesome.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. I think and if he came out with it for sale, would it be even better? It'd be cool.
It'd be one of those, you know, limited edition runs, you know.
Maybe. 6-string Brian wants to know if it's a big neck. It's not terribly big. It's very reminiscent of an original 69. So is it more round than an early 60s? Yeah, it's a little bit more.
Oh
no. Did you just see what I saw?
I saw you gone.
And me, you too. What the hell just happened?
No.
What the hell happened? Anyway, the neck is it's a little rounder from front to back than say 1961 or 61 to 63. But I've played 68s and 69s, real ones, and this feels just like that. It's a little bit rounder, but not terribly big. And it's a 9.5 degree radius, so it's not terribly round and it's not terribly flat. It has nice low action, and you can do double 2-step bends without it fretting out with low action. It's a great guitar. It really is a great guitar.
Good night, Fruitcake Tony. Says, Dave, Jay, have a great week. Enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. Ben Tom says, Dave Neslo, I love that Strat. Yeah, me too, man. It's pretty damn cool. Fruitcake Tony, take it easy. Papa Blue said, oh wait, what am I looking at? Ben Tom says it looks a lot like his real 69 Strat. You know, in 68 and 69, they really never painted black over pink paisley. If you got a pink Paisley guitar, that's what it was. But I just recently found out that shit. Now, what's his name? The country star, Paisley, Brad Paisley. His main '68 Paisley Telecaster. Before it was Paisley, when he bought the guitar, it was a black guitar, and what he wanted to do was he wanted a 1968 or 69 Telecaster. He wanted one. So someone found him that guitar, and what he wanted to do was take it to his guy that makes his Paisley guitars. I can't remember the Crooks. I guess Crooks is the guy that makes his guitars or made his guitars. He wanted to get that and refinish it in Paisley. Well, when he gave the guitar to Crooks, Crooks says, "You'll never believe this, but this is a Paisley guitar that someone had painted over." So he took all the black off of it and kept the Paisley on it, but did a refin on top of it, and that's that Paisley Telecaster.
Wow.
So yeah, someone did paint black over Paisley, but it was never done at Fender like that. But I think that's what they were trying to do with this guitar, was to, even though it's not a Telecaster and it's not a Brad Paisley thing, I think someone was trying to mimic that. So,
well, can I ask you this? How difficult would it be to do that? Like Brad Paisley, like to get the black off and leave the Paisley. Obviously, like you said, they refinished it, so it.
The Paisley, it wasn't paint. The Paisley it's a wallpaper that's put on the guitar. So that's how come it was easy to keep that on there. It's wallpaper that's glued to the guitar.
It just shows you how much I don't know. Hey, Liquid Charlie's here.
Hey, Liquid, we will see you Thursday night, my brother.
Well, you will.
Yeah, Charlie. I have what I'll do after the show. If you're still up, I'm going to send you a proof of the card that we'll put on Facebook with your likeness on it, so you can tell me if you like it. Ben Tom says yes. Dave beat me to it.
He said wallpaper.
Yeah. Yeah, Charlie, man, I can't wait either. It's going to be great to interview.
Yeah, we haven't had Charlie. I mean, even when me, you, and Johnny had Charlie on, that was like, wasn't it like a year ago?
Yep, it was.
Wow, it's been a while.
Santa Cruz 3600 says, Dave, I have an EVH 78 Eruption guitar. The neck has virtually no neck relief and frets out on the high E from 16 to 21. What? And it frets out on the high E from 16 to 21. Do you know Eddie's preferred setup? Yes, he likes no relief. The neck is straight as an arrow. That's the way I like it. Low action, no relief at all. If it buzzes open, it's cool as long as it doesn't buzz through the amplifier. If it buzzes through the amplifier, then there's something wrong. But if it buzzes open, because all Strats, no matter what they are, they're going to buzz. Strats buzz open. Even this. It buzzes. It just buzzes open. But through an amplifier, if it doesn't buzz, you're doing okay.
But he's saying high E from 16 to 21.
But he didn't say if it buzzes through an amplifier from there. And, the action could need to just come up a little bit. Maybe your action's too low. Or you might have some high frets. If that's the case, I would get the guitar looked at. Because that's a very, very expensive guitar to have staying like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Next rule. Hell yeah, man. I'm like Dave. I prefer very little to no relief as well.
No relief. Even on this guitar, there's no relief at all. In fact, I sometimes prefer a slight back bow, very slight, because like I said, if it buzzes open, I don't care. If it buzzes through an amplifier, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Quentin James has got a jet. Rocky is about to fight the Russian.
Oh, Rocky 4. What an amazing movie.
Tube Supios here says, what's up, Kents? I guess he means gents. Straight next rule is correct. Oh, did I lose him? There he is. I lost you again for a second.
That was weird, man. I think it's telling us it's been an hour.
Yeah, it's in 7 seconds.
5, 4.
Yeah. Well, we're going to leave in a minute. We're going to leave in about a minute. So, Jay can't hang for much longer, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can stay on if you want.
No, I got things to do. I really do have things to do. But everyone that showed up today, we got 32 people here, which is amazing for a Sunday with just impromptu. No one knew that I was going to do this. I didn't even know I was going to do this. Santa Cruz 3600 says Tommy at the zoo said his frets out when bending in that area. I love Tommy and I love the Music Zoo, but that's not a good answer. Sorry, it shouldn't fret out. It just shouldn't. So get it looked at. Yeah. If you want to, I'd be happy to take a look at it. I'm the guitarwhisperer.guru. You want to contact me, look me up. It's the guitarwhisperer.guru. There's a comment section. Leave me your number. I'll call you back. If you want to send your guitar to me, I'll do the repair or the setup, whatever you want, and send it back. I'd be happy to take care of it for you. If not, if I'm too far away, I might be able to suggest someone. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But again, thank you so much for joining us. Jay Hannon here, Dave Nesdahl. I'm not calling this NEZ Says. It's thanks for stopping by. It's the Dave Nesdahl birthday hour.
Bash.
Birthday bash hour. 69 Strat rocks. What a great gift. 50th birthday present for myself. I won't tell you how much I paid for it. So I'll be paying for years and years to come. I was supposed to get married, I will tell you that. But no. But thank you. Thanks everyone for showing up and hanging out with us. I appreciate it. And check out Johnny Bean on Tuesday night with John Mancuda. I will not be there. Please come check out my show on Thursday night at 8 p.m. with Ty Price. And Liquid Charlie is our guest. It's NEZ Says on this channel at 8 o'clock. And then check out me, Jay, and Johnny next Friday night on the Johnny Bean Show.
Hey, we have a guest next Friday.
I think we do, but I don't remember who it is.
It's I know the guy's name. Now I'm blanking out. Hold on a second. It's the guitar player from Crowbar. So give me 1 second. And his name is slipping my mind right now. Oh, I feel so terrible. I shouldn't have even brought it up.
Hey, Connor Johnson. Thank you so much for the nice words. Papa Blue, thank you.
Oh my God. A lot of it is just on Johnny saying dude from Crowbar, the dude from Crowbar, Kirk Weinstein. Jesus. Okay.
Very cool. All right. So we have Kirk from Crowbar. We'll have Kirk Weinstein from Crowbar on Friday night. And then don't forget to check out John BL and Johnny Bean and the gang Saturday nights at what is it, 10 to midnight, 11:50 p.m.
Dude, our time it's midnight.
Okay, there you go. Santa Cruz 3600 says, Dave, you're killing it with the guests. I've got the coolest guests coming up. You know what? I do have them all booked, and they're booked solid. So I will tell you that a week from this coming Thursday, I have Greg Smith, the bass player from Ted Nugent's band. Nice. He's a great friend of mine and an amazing bass player, and he's got stories. Oh, my God. Then after that, I believe I have Andy Alador. And then after that, I don't know. Let me see who else I have. I'll tell you.
Are you bumping me yet?
No, I'm not bumping
you. I'm waiting for that. Like, Jay,
no. I got. No, you're April 7th. You're May 7th, I believe.
Like, Jay, I got big boppers coming in, man. I don't need you anymore.
Okay, so check it out. Check it out. The 23rd, we have Liquid Charlie. Then May 7th, we have Jay Hannon, and we'll be talking about his record and his songs and recording and all, just more of what we're doing right here. Then May 14th, we have a show. My buddy Jim Moran and one of Ty's buddies is going to come on, and the title of that show, the reason why we have a couple of just regular local players coming on is the title of that show is going to be loosely based on boutique gear versus common gear, and do they do the same job? Now, Ty's friend only plays boutique gear, high-end guitars, high-end amps. And my friend Jim, who plays 6 nights a week and makes a killing, just plays regular old, Fender gear. And he has a couple of Les Pauls, but he plays just common gear that you can get at Guitar Center. And he does the same work. And that's why we're saying, boutique versus common, does it do the same? Can you get the same results? And after that, on May 21st, we have Andy Aladort. And what do we have after that? After that, I believe this is not confirmed yet, but I believe on the 28th or June 4th, we may be having the original members of Billy Joel's band, which is Russell Javers, Richie Canada, and Liberty DeVito, all at the same time.
Very cool.
I'm working on that now with their manager. So one of those 2 dates it should be. So, and after that, it's up in the air. Who knows? We might have Pete Thorne. We might have some other guys. We're working on some stuff. So it'll be a lot of fun and a good time. Hey, Larry Mitchell. We had Larry Mitchell on 2 weeks ago. He says, "Happy birthday, Dave." Hi, Jay. Talk about Jay's drum programming. You know what? We will talk about his drum programming because we have Jay coming up on, what did I say, May 7th? You're on May. He's going to be on with us on May 7th, and that will be a topic. But we're just about to say goodnight because we've been on for an hour, and that's about it. Larry Mitchell said there's a guy in Atlanta, Barry Rickman, that plays with a Boss pedal board and a PB Bandit, sometimes killer tones and playing. No vintage gear. Well, there you go. Hey, Larry, check this out. My new 69 Strat. We should talk about this.
Again.
Yeah. Pork Chops SRV says, "Happy birthday, Dave. Good Johnny Bean show last night. Need more Jay, though. I enjoy your content." Yes, Jay, we missed Jay a lot last night. Unfortunately, you're only allowed 6 people on at once, and no one wanted to get off to give Jay some time, which kind of sucks.
Well,
but,
thank you, Pork Chop. That means a lot, man. That's nice to hear that. As opposed to the, it was good to see Jay not on there the whole time, something like that.
Yeah.
That's nice, man. Thank you.
But anyway, so we're going to split for now, and we'll see you, collectively all through the week.
Yeah.
Have a great rest of your Sunday evening, and have a great week, everyone, and be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.